Shooter ready?
5 years ago, Chip and I were on our way back from a shooting event, and we were talking about how bench stress shooting at paper just really wasn't cutting it for us anymore.
We spent some time building some remote-controlled steel target systems, and we had a lot of fun shooting at them. But then we had some issues with ricochets, and we thought we could really do more and take it to the next level.
We developed a ricochet-free, bullet-sensing target material that, with the help of some electronics, is capable of converting a bullet impact into a digital electrical signal.
Once it's digital, the possibilities are truly limitless. To start with, we've built an Android app that can show your hits in real time, score and time your shots, provide auditory feedback, and a whole lot more.
For our first product offering, we're releasing a lifting system that we call the AutoTarget's Lift Unit. Now combine this with the app, and you're able to put targets up and down in the field with the press of a single button. You can also use the app to create complex courses of fire by setting up different target presentation sequences.
Our bullet sensing targets are self-supporting and have up to 4 zones. That means the app knows whether you hit it in the body, in the head, or in the center mass area. You can set hit requirements for the targets to fall based on these zones too. For example, you can do a failure to stop drill. For this drill, it requires 2 shots to the body and 1 headshot.
Our targets last around 500 rounds depending on caliber and shot placement. They can last up to 1,000 rounds if you're using smaller calibers like .22 long rifle, for example. It's important to us that AutoTargets is easy to use and affordable for as many shooters as possible. You don't need a large upfront investment, and you don't need to be a shooting range to get started with AutoTargets. You can do a lot with a single target system. Anything from backyard air rifle shooting to competitive pistol training with draw, malfunction, and reload drills.
The lift units will create their own wireless network, so you just turn them on and they're ready to go. Each lift unit will act as a repeater for the others. The great thing about this is that your smartphone or tablet only has to be within range of 1 lift unit to be able to connect to them all. Depending on conditions, lift units can be up to 250 yards apart. This allows you to string out targets to 100, 250, 500, 750 yards, and even further.
When you buy AutoTargets, you're not just buying the hardware. We have tons of features that we're planning on releasing over the lifetime of the product.
Some of the coolest features are competition-type scoring, new target designs, multiplayer games like our version of a shooting tree, sharing your score data, and lots of course of fire options. Software updates install with a single button from the app, so you can get the latest features in no time.
AutoTargets is not a one-off product. It's a full digital shooting platform that's backed by a team that's as passionate about shooting as our customers are.
Alright, welcome race fans. Tonight we are back here with the SRA Auto Targets Truck Series at the Canadian Motorsports Park. Oh boy, Canadian Tire Motorsport Park. I don't want to forget the tire on there. But these guys have been out here practicing for about 30 minutes now, so I'm going to turn this over to Jeff. Jeff, you want to give us a rundown on the points?
Yep, sure will. Alright, we have a new points leader from last week. Marcus Richardson comes on top of the charts now with 256 points, and in second place is Bobby Zaleski, and he's only 1 point behind Marcus Richardson after last week's race. Third place is Kyle Putz. He has 249 points. He is 7 behind Marcus. In fourth place is David Schutt. He has 255. Oh, I'm sorry, I read that wrong. 225, excuse me, and he's 31 behind. Fifth place is Bobby Cheney with 221. He's 35 points behind. Sixth place is Ronnie Norman with 210. He's 46 behind. Seventh place is Spencer Owens with 208. He's 48 points behind. Eighth place is Connor Anton with 205 points. He is 51 behind. Ninth place is Brett Pancari with 203 points. He's 53 behind. And rounding out the top 10 in SRA point standings is Nicholas Caressel with 200 points, 56 behind.
Very good, very good. Well, we're just a few seconds away from qualifying, so already getting that time. We're going to step away here in just a minute or so and play our national anthem, folks. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere, because lots of excitement to come here as these guys take on Mosport.
Guys.
And now for the most famous words in motorsports. Gentlemen, start your engine!
Okay, we're back waiting on the first laps here at Mosport, and thank you, Jeff, for running down through the points for us, brother. Appreciate that very much. Yeah, it was a little bit of an upset there. Marcus taking over the points lead last night. Not really an upset. Bad choice of words there. But with Zielinski being in the lead for quite some time, and now Marcus Richardson comes along and dethrones him big time. So, but yeah, pretty cool, though. I mean, they did a heck of a job. Good race last week, I got to say, man.
Yep, and only 1 point separates the two, so if Bobby Zielinski could have a good race tonight, he could very well regain that lead and get back into points lead.
Oh, yeah, definitely. You know, if Marcus has a bad night tonight, it could all change back again. But, you know, Marcus is so good on them ovals, and that's really going to make a big difference. You know, he really dominates on them ovals. And I know Zielinski, he's a good racer, you know, and I know I repeat this every week, but for those of you just tuning in for the first time, Bobby Zielinski said last season he was consistently second, third, fourth every week. And he said this season he wanted to come out and be a little more consistent and be up there on the top. And he really hasn't had that opportunity. I don't know, how many wins does he have this season, Jeff? Do you know?
I don't think this season he has any.
Well, he's been consistent, though. I mean, he's been up there in the hunt every week. But Marcus Richardson's just had a few wins, and that really does put him on the top. Okay, times are coming in now. So Tyler Ducharme taking over the top spot so far. I don't think we're going to have a whole lot of qualifiers tonight, Jeff.
I don't believe so either. Wow, what a quick time there by Tyler Ducharme, a 1:19.587, and we was only seeing 1:20s in practice, so that's quick for qualifying.
Yes, it is. Very fast, man. He was hooked up. Well, he was out early last week due to other incidents there, but he's on the comeback trail this week. You can bet he's going to do everything he can to try to better his chances of getting into victory lane here. And this is a little more in his wheelhouse. I think he's a better road racer, way better road racer. A lot of times, he really knows how to run these road courses.
He really does. And this is a change this season for SRA because if I recall last season, they didn't run a road course. So see how the road course race is tonight. And it's a pretty good track combination for the trucks here at Canadian Tire, and should be a fun race.
Well, so far, 8 qualifiers. What do they have, a 10-minute qualifying window here?
Yep.
Very good, very good. Well, Jeff Dotson in the booth here, ladies and gentlemen. My top commentator for SRA here, co-commentator. Man, he does a great job. I've got a couple of really good commentators. I've been really fortunate to have Scott Brinson and Jeff Dotson. So thank you guys very much. Special thank you to Scott Brinson and Jeff Dotson both, man. You guys are freaking awesome.
Thank you, and hopefully keep commentating with you here at SRA and many more other leagues that we do. And this has been fun, and thanks for allowing me to do this. And I'm enjoying commentating SRA over here.
Well, just on a side note here, there will be no broadcast tomorrow night. The league that we usually do late night, 3 Wide Racing, they are off tomorrow night, so there will be no broadcast here on MaxSpeedTV, but we'll be returning Tuesday night for ECR, so make sure you tune in Tuesday night, folks. You can check it out.
Yep, and also,
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Well, you can check it out on our website there, probably the day of the race, and find out the exact time that we will be going live. I usually always post it. It'll be on the left side, down on the left column of our website, MaxSpeedTV.com. You can check it out when we'll be going live to tune in. So I could probably tell you here. If you give me a minute, I can tell you the exact time I will be going live Tuesday night. That would be 8:40 p.m. Tuesday night. We'll be going live. So
I was going to say 8:30, so I've been 10 minutes off.
And that is not on the iRacing portal because iRacing doesn't want it to interfere with the pro race. So that'll just be here on MaxSpeedTV YouTube. You can catch it right on the front page of our website right there, the very first viewing screen down. Just hit the play button, and there's like a 10-second short intro into it, and you'll go right into the race. So you can tune in on the website and watch it. That'll help a little bit if you can't find it. But if you know how to get to MaxSpeedTV here on YouTube, you can just look up MaxSpeedTV 1 on YouTube. So, okay, we've got 10 qualifiers. Let's see if we've got any more here. 11 qualifiers. Mark Newland gets bumped back to 11. I'm kind of surprised Bobby Cheney didn't turn a time here. He may be out there yet. I don't know. They've just still got time.
Yeah, there's still about 3 minutes left here in qualifying, so there could be some of these guys down here out there right now getting their laps in.
Only 22 guys out here tonight. Boy, small field. I think everybody's a little scared of these road courses because usually this league here packs them in. Man, first race of the season, we had, I think, 38 or 39 drivers, I believe, was the first race of the season. Holy smokes, man. That was
it was 40.
Oh, was it 40?
Yeah, there was actually 43 guys in the room, but 40 trucks started the race.
Yeah, it was crazy. It was a good race, though.
Yeah, it was. It looks like right now there is only 21 drivers in the room altogether. I am seeing that Trevor Pertilli is not on track or in the room at this time.
Okay, he may not. I know we've seen a couple of drivers leave and then come back. May have connection issues or trying to get things cleared up on their end or something. Maybe had to restart their computer. I have seen that a good many times.
Yep, so maybe hopefully Trevor Pertelli will come in here in the next couple minutes before qualifying ends. But as of right now, Trevor Pertelli isn't in the room. So,
well, let me tell you, folks, you're not going to want to leave and not go anywhere, because this is where it's going to be here tonight. This league here, one of the top premium leagues in iRacing, they will put on a fantastic show. We're going to see green flag pit stops and all here. I don't believe they can make it the whole way on one tank of fuel. And I don't know as if they'd want to, because their tires are going to be shot. Now, it's not like oval racing, you know, usually the guys wear out their outside tires. Well, guess what? They're turning right and left here. So they're going to be using both sides of the tires.
yeah, so there's possible chance they might wear out evenly.
And we may see some guys off of the track a little bit. And I do believe they have an incident limit. I didn't look to see what that was. But no quick fixes here. No gimmies. No, you know, whatever you want to call it, quick repairs. That's just you wreck it and you fix it up. Sit on pit road and get it fixed.
Yeah.
Okay.
And talking about the incident limit, Rudy, there is no limit. So these drivers can get up 100 plus X's and still be out here driving.
Okay. Well, that's probably what I would do too. You know, road courses, you're going to run off the track. All right, let's run down through the grid here. Tyler Ducharme taking the pole with a 1 minute 19.588 seconds. So congratulations to Tyler for grabbing the pole. Derek Bordeaux in second. David Shutt will come in third. Kane Cook fourth. Bobby Zielinski fifth. Marcus Richardson in sixth. Kyle Putz seventh. Brett Poncari eighth. Ronnie Norman ninth. Nicholas Caressel starting 10th. Jeff?
Yep. We got Delonta Ballard starting in 11th. Mark Newland will start 12th. Justin Gable will start 13th. Bobby Chaney will start 14th. Austin Roberts in 15th. And it shows Trevor Pertelli is in 16th, but he is still not in the room at this time. So technically it's Bobby Maiden starting in 16th. Sean Williams starting 17th. Josh Robin in 18th. Aaron Cummings starting in 19th. Caden Henry starting 20th. And rounding out the field in 21st is Dean Hilton.
All right, very good, very good. All right. What do you think about Tyler Ducharme taking the pole here? This is awesome.
Yeah.
I'm impressed.
Me as well.
That was one heck of a lap that he laid down. I mean, we didn't see any laps like that in practice. You know.
No.
1 minute 20 seconds was about the best we've seen, and he comes out here and lays down a 119. Wow.
Actually, no. See on the practice times here, Derek Bordeaux was the fastest in practice with a 119.7. So
Okay.
Tyler Ducharme beat that by just a couple. So that was pretty. But they were the only two to get into the 119s. Everybody else was 120. So there was only one guy that got in the 119s in practice, and one guy that got there in qualifying. So
Very good. Well, shout out to autotargets.com, folks. Check them out on the web there at autotargets.com for your shooting needs. Pretty cool looking stuff, Jeff, I gotta say. Man, I'll tell you what, if I was a little more capable of getting out there and doing some shooting, I would seriously consider getting into what they have to offer right there, because that is really cool. So thank you, Auto Targets, for being on board this season with SRA. These guys appreciate it very much. Don't think they don't, because they do. That's all they talk about, and they mean it wholeheartedly. So hopefully you'll be around for next season. It'd be great to see you. All right, we're getting closer to the start of this race here. And there'll only be one green flag start here, folks, unless they all wad them up going into turn one here, and the admins deem it necessary to throw a caution and we restart this race. Other than that, this will be the last green flag you'll see, and it's going to be caution-free the whole way. Local cautions only. If there's a wreck somewhere on the track, the guys will have to be careful to maybe not get into it. So local cautions only.
exactly. So if there's a big crash They'll stay green flag racing.
Warming up them tires, getting them ready.
Yep, I think Tyler Ducharme and these guys up front, I think they're ready for some road course racing tonight.
I think you're right. I know Derek Bordeaux's pretty good, and David Schutt. David Schutt was probably one of the better road course racers that I knew from a long time ago. He was very, very good on road courses, so look for him to be up here challenging for the lead. Him and Derek Bordeaux trying to take that away from Tyler. All right, here we go. Pace car heads in, and green is out. Tyler,
Oh boy!
Wow, loses it already. Derek Bordeaux takes it. He just got on that throttle a little too quick.
Yep, spun those tires and that lost some ground on him there, and he dropped back to second.
But he's right there on the back of Derek Bordeaux right now. Let's just see who's going to lead the very first lap before we start going back through the field. And just to let you know, Justin Gable is the admin in the race. That's why he is not there. And I'm not too sure, but maybe Trevor Pertelli might have ducked out just to help him. I don't know what happened to Trevor. But 20 drivers here tonight, putting on a great show. Kane Cook in fourth, just ahead of Marcus Richardson, our points leader. Marcus driving the sponsored Auto Targets truck. Derek Bordeaux has pulled away just enough here. He may wind up leading the first lap as long as he holds on to it good here. Once they climb this last hill and come up to the last turn right here, this is going to be it. And it looks like Derek Bordeaux will lead the very first lap of this race. 39 to go here, folks. Now we can go back through the field a little bit. Ronnie Norman in ninth. Nicholas Caressel rounds out the top 10. Delonte Ballard hanging on to 11.
Oh boy, I'm seeing a lot of trucks getting loose there coming out of that first corner. Look like David Schutt and a couple of trucks behind him just got the same effect, and they about lost the trucks, but nice saves.
Yeah, these guys, they're driving the wheels off of it right now. They're doing everything they can to get to that lead. See Tyler Ducharme on the right side. You can't say outside because which was outside, you know. But he was on the right side there of Derek Bordeaux, but didn't have enough horsepower to get by him to complete the pass. Fall back in behind him once again. So Marcus Richardson does get around Kane Cook. Looks like he might have had to do a little bumper action there to make it happen because Marcus has got nose damage now. And I see tail damage on Kane Cook.
Yeah, he's got a little bit there, but I don't think it's something that'll affect him here at the road course tonight.
Yeah. Now I'd be a little concerned more about Marcus's nose damage because that could make that truck overheat.
Very well could. And I see he does have a little bit more nose damage than what Kane Cook has on the rear end. So, yeah, we'll watch that tonight and see if that doesn't affect Marcus there at all. But right now he's looking pretty good.
Oh, Derek Bordeaux out of shape.
Oh, yeah.
Whoa, he's dirt tracking it around this place.
Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of drivers struggling in that section of the track there. A lot of them are losing it there, but they're maintaining it and catching it back. So that's good for these drivers.
Oh, Tyler Ducharme hooking Derek Bordeaux. That wasn't very cool, but Derek's trying to get out of the way here, it looks like.
Oh, man.
David Schutt will take over the lead.
Man, Derek Bordeaux still going backwards in the grass trying to get his truck turned back around. Man, he lost a lot of positions there trying to stay out of everybody's way.
Yes, he did. He got it back going, but whew, wow. Tough break for Derek.
Wow. Man, never thought I would have seen trading paint racing at a road course. That's a first.
David Schutt will, looks like he's going to lead this lap. We'll find out here in just a minute. Hopefully Tyler Ducharme's not going to come up and hook him, give him the old chrome horn there. This is right
Bumper
about
hook.
this is right about where he did it here. Going into turn 1 is where he's on the inside of David Shutt. Oh, and he did it again.
What?
He did it again. Whoa! So David Shutt out of it now. Tyler
Now
Ducharme.
David Shutt's going backwards, trying to have trouble staying on everybody's way. Wow, that was a bad spot right there, man. A lot of drivers went off the track in the dirt trying to miss David. Oh boy.
Man, well, that put Tyler Ducharme out front now.
Yeah.
Did I tell you this was going to be exciting? Did I mention that?
Yes.
And Aaron Cummings has taken his truck behind the wall. I did talk to him. That's my son. Talked to him before the race. He did not like this track at all. He loves the track. He just didn't feel comfortable out on it. And he said he was going to do one lap and call it a day. So he's out of the race. And I'm seeing Josh Robbins on pit road. Tyler Ducharme coming around here. He wants to lead a lap. He's got a damaged Mark Richardson right behind him. Marcus has closed that gap up on him big time here.
He has.
And Tyler will lead this lap. So he finally gets to lead his lap after taking 2 guys out to get there. Whew, man. Well, that moved everybody up. So Kane Cook will be in 3rd. Kyle Puts in 4th place. Bobby Zielinski into his usual place there, Jeff. 5th place. That's usually where we see him running. Anywhere from 3rd to 5th.
Yep, Bobby Zielinski did start 5th tonight, so he's running in the spot currently that he started in, but hopefully we'll see him get up to the front tonight and get a top 5, top 3 finish out of this.
Brett Poncari in 6th. Ronnie Norman 7th. Nicholas Caressel way back here, 8th place. Dean Help. I was thinking, Dean, didn't he start clearing the back somewhere? Yeah, he started.
Yeah, he started
22nd.
dead last. He started 21st.
Wow, he's up to 9th already. I think I'd be watching that guy right there, man. He's the way he's moving
exactly.
forward.
He is.
He could wind up to be our race winner at that rate.
Yeah. Yeah, iRacing does show Dean Helt starting 22nd, but since Trevor Pertilli did not start the race, he initially started in 21st. So
Right.
Good move there by Dean Helt, coming up there all the way from 21st to 9th.
Delonte Ballard will round out the top 10, but he's got the Austin Roberts on his tail. Derek Bordeaux trying to make a comeback here with a lot of tail damage on it there from where Tyler got into him. But he's trying to make a comeback. He's doing good. Bobby Maiden in 13th. Bobby Cheney 14th. Sean Williams 15th. David Shutt now trying to get back up into the race here. Makes a pass on Sean Williams and goes into 15th. Sean back to 16th. Mark Newland 17th, and Caden Henry rounding out the field in 18th place because Josh Robin is on pit road. I don't know what happened to Josh.
I believe it was a self-spin accident on first lap, but I'm not too sure. I remember when I was going back through the field, I seen him spun out. I don't know if anybody got into him or if it was just a self-spin or really what happened there, but I do know he did spin around.
And I don't see him in TeamSpeak here, so I can't drag him up here to talk to him. All right, we find out the straight skinny on what happened to him. Tyler Ducharme continues to lead. That makes his 3rd lap of the race that he's led. Derek Bordeaux's led a couple, and David Shutt led 1. Trying to find a good battle here that may be going on. Dean Helt and Nicholas Caressel is a good battle.
Very good battle. They got Delonte Ballard behind them too, trying to get up here and get in the action.
Yeah, and right behind him is Austin Roberts. So the 4 of them.
Yep.
This is about the only real battle on the track at the moment here. Bobby Maiden and Bobby Cheney are pretty close to one another, but they're still about a second apart. But all four of these are in about within a second.
And then we got Derek Bordeaux coming up on these four guys here, and so now he's joining this four-pack group of led by Dean Helt. So he's coming up with them too to get back up in the action as well, try to get back up front.
Yes, sir. Well, this is a awesome track, Jeff. You know, I really love this track because, you know, there's so many elevation changes and so many turns, and there's turns within the elevation changes, and it really makes it exciting racing. So, you know, it's all about the driver and how well they can drive this track. And I'm telling you what, it's got to take a lot of practice to turn races, laps like these guys are doing right now. Ooh, Derek Bordeaux there got loose. He took a look on the inside of Austin Roberts, but he seen that wasn't going to work. Matter of fact, I think he might have touched him a little bit there. I see he does have a little nose damage on that side, so there may have been a little contact between them two. Oh, Marcus Richardson falling off the pace a little bit from Tyler Ducharme. Back about 3/4 of a second. Kane Cook back 2.3 seconds. Now them guys back there have put about a second in between each of them. Now Dean Helt, Nicholas Caressel, Delonte Ballard, Derek Bordeaux does get around Austin Roberts. Austin goes back to 12. Derek Bordeaux continues his march back up to the front after starting on the outside of the front row, man. That's a tough break.
Yeah, it really is. But back up front here, we got Tyler Ducharme pulling away from Marcus Richardson.
Yes, he is. Now he's got a 1.4 second lead back to Marcus.
Yeah, when we left these two to go back through the field and check out the back part of the field, these guys are right racing with each other, and now he's starting to pull away from him.
Well, don't worry about that. Marcus is right where he wants to be. He's all about you know, being patient. I'll tell you what, there's probably not a more patient driver out there on the track than Marcus Richardson.
Exactly.
You know when it's starting to wind down to the end, you better look in your rearview mirror because he's going to be right there behind you.
And it'll be no holds barred because he'll be doing everything he can to get around you.
Yes, sir. Kane Cook now 3 seconds behind Tyler Ducharme. They go into turn 1. And we got 10 laps down already, Jeff. I told you it wasn't going to take long for these boys to get around this place.
No, it wouldn't. Looks like they got 30 to go this time by.
Zelensky, boy, had a moment there. He caught that rumble strip coming out of the turn and almost upset that truck. A good save. Well, them guys are racing back there, but boy, they're continuously pulling back. Derek Bordeaux did get around Nicholas Caressel and Delonte Ballard both, so he's into 8th now. I think he's doing a little bit of grudge racing right now. He's a little bit on the upset side, I think.
I believe he is too, along with David Shutt. I believe David Shutt feels that way too, and David Shutt's currently running in 13th, and he was up there battling for the lead, but tough break for those two guys today, and hopefully we can see them back up front here before the end of this race comes along.
Now, David Shutt, I don't see hardly any damage on that truck whatsoever, so that was just a light enough tap that it did send him around. But when you look at Derek Bordeaux's truck, he's got damage on 3 of the 4 corners. He's got damage.
Yeah, he's got damage on both corners of the front. He's got damage on the right side of the rear. And I believe there's also a little bit of side damage on the right side of the truck, too. The left side of the truck looks pretty clean except for the front fender up there. But, man, he's wheeling that damaged truck right now and doing a pretty good job earning 8 top 10.
Well, we got Josh Robbins saying he wants to go on board with Mark Newland. Let's do this. No, not that on board. Let's go on board there, that way. He's catching up with Bobby Maiden here. Let's crank it up a little bit, Jeff.
10 volt.
Bobby Maiden slips there, and Mark Newland gets by. The Newland Show, there you go. Spencer Owen saying it's the Newland Show. Well, Mark Newland has been a past sponsor here. Oh, David shot out of shape right in front of Mark Newland. Whoa! That was a close call. Looks like David Shutt might be going to pit road. I don't know for sure, but...
Yep, he did take it to pit road.
Okay, well, that was probably a good call on his part right there, because he was already almost there anyhow.
We got a couple other guys on pit road too. I'm seeing Bobby Cheney's truck and someone behind him.
Yeah, we might see some guys that have decided to come in for pit stops maybe, or are they there for damage?
I don't know. Oh, okay. The truck that I was seeing behind Bobby Cheney was Josh Robbins, so he's been on pit road for a little bit now, getting some damage repair or something. But Bobby Cheney did come to pit road.
Yep, he's away now though. He's coming off pit road now. He may have just had a little bit of damage he needed to get fixed up, plus a tire change, fuel, and he's out of there. Now he'll be fast for a few laps here until he starts wearing them tires out a little bit, but if the thing is drivable, I don't know. I didn't see what happened to Bobby.
Yeah, I didn't either.
His truck seems to be okay. It looks to be okay.
Yeah, I'm not seeing any damage. Just noticed that he was on pit road there when we did see David Shutt hitting pit road. So maybe Bobby Cheney can get back out of this slump he's in from pit road here and get back up front.
Delonte Ballard still fighting with Austin Roberts back here. Austin has kind of fallen back about a second or so. Oh, and Delonte Ballard out of shape. And that's going to let Austin Roberts get by. We got trucks coming here. There we go. Good job. Yep. Nicholas Kressel and Dean Help get by, and he gets it back going. So
those two guys are battling.
Yes, they are. Look at this. Dean Help to the inside. And he's going to take that from Nicholas Kressel.
And the most treacherous corner of the racetrack to be racing in too, and he done it.
Yeah, he did. That was pretty good racing by both of them right there.
That was the tightest corner of the whole entire racetrack, and he chose to pass and got it done. So that's some racing right there.
And look at, they're still side by side.
Yeah. You can rumble strip there a little bit.
And I'll tell you what, Nicholas Kressel, it's all over the back of him right now. He's saying, you know what, I'm going to get that position back no matter what I got to do.
Yeah. We've seen Dean Hill getting a little loose there coming off the final corner, coming to the start-finish line, but he maintained it, and he's still going.
Yeah, I think these guys, they probably want to make it at least to about the halfway mark, before they got to come to pit road. But 2.46 miles around here, folks. Now this says 2.430, but I think it's 2.46. Oh, and Delonte Ballard. Another moment by him. He needs to come to pit road and get some 4 fresh tires on that thing or something.
Yeah, I'm thinking maybe that's what Bobby Chaney was maybe experiencing. He might have wore his tires out a little more than he expected to, and he might have had to come down pit road and get some fresh ones put on.
Oop, wrong one. Sorry about that. That ain't what I wanted. I wanted the weather here. 71 degrees and the track temperature 97 degrees. I don't know if that's accurate or not, because if they do real world, I don't know.
I'm seeing that the weather conditions here on the iRacing info box, it says realistic weather, partly cloudy right now currently with 70 degrees. Track temperature currently is 102.
Okay.
And winds are coming from the south at 8 miles per hour.
Very good. Well, this doesn't change the weather when it changes. So. Well, looks like we got a couple more out of the race. David Shutt and Bobby Maiden take it behind the wall. So that makes
tough
3
break
that are
for those
out.
two.
And Josh Robin and Bobby Chaney sitting on pit road yet. And we got a brand new leader, Marcus Richardson. How did I miss that?
I don't know. Tyler Ducharme has fallen back to 5th.
Make that 8th. Well, there must have been a moment there. I'm not sure. We didn't see it. Sorry about that, folks. I can't be everywhere on the track, but.
Yep, my bad. I said 5th, but nope, he's an 8th. Man, that was a shuffle back. Looks like he's got a little bit of damage there on the driver's side door area there. I don't know what happened there, but I see it looked like a little scrape there near the driver's side door where the number's at. So maybe he could have got into the wall a little bit or got another driver and spun out or something, but who knows?
Marcus Richardson on pit road. Kane Cook takes over the lead here, and he just led his first lap of the race, and he's got Kyle Putz all over him.
Yep. And it's a little ways back to Bobby Zaleski, but Bobby Zaleski's right here behind him too, and I believe that is Brett McCarry behind him.
So it's Kane Cook's turn to give lessons here tonight. Just kidding.
Who knows? He could be a driving instructor.
So these guys haven't pitted yet. Marcus Richardson and Tyler Ducharme have both pitted now. So maybe that's how Marcus got ahead of him, because it might have been when Tyler pitted.
Might have been.
Yeah, I think it was. Well, he comes out about 3 seconds behind Marcus, but he's on the move trying to reel in Marcus now. That's for 7th and 8th.
Yep. And currently right now, the top 4 guys up here that's running next to each other, they all 4 stay out once more here, so we'll see when they get ready to come down to their pit stop around here.
Yep, Bobby Zielinski moves into 3rd place. Some guys might just stay out long enough. You might see them stay out long enough just to lead a lap.
Exactly. But I'm thinking these guys here in the top 4, there's only a couple laps to go until they get to the halfway point. So I'm thinking these guys are trying to stay out as long as they can so they can make it on just one pit stop.
Kyle Putz drove it into the turn hard and takes over the lead from Kane Cook.
Yeah, that was a power move there. Good job by Kyle.
He's saying it's my turn to get out here and collect the bonus point.
It's my turn to be the driving instructor. Follow me.
Yeah, lots of excitement going on, folks. That's what I say. You don't want to go anywhere, man. This is where it's at right here. We're seeing all kinds of excitement here tonight. I knew this road course would bring out the excitement here tonight, Jeff. It's just, this is, a lot of people are not really I'm not that good on road courses, okay? A lot of people aren't, but some people have. That is their niche. And, ovals kind of gets boring to them after a while. And a road course like this kind of really changes things up. And this is actually on the truck schedule in real life. So My hat's
Yeah.
off to these guys wanting to race it, because it is a very cool track.
Yeah, and if you're enjoying this race tonight here, folks, on MaxSpeedTV, don't forget to tune in next Sunday night here at 7:30 p.m. Eastern, as the SRA Auto Targets Truck Series will take to Lucas Oil Raceway Park for 150 laps.
Oh, there's another good one, Lucas Oil.
Yep. I'm looking forward to that one. That's a favorite track of mine, and I still wish that NASCAR raced there for, the real NASCAR series. I wish they still raced at Lucas Oil. They used to, but they don't anymore. But I think it'll be fun to see some iRacing action back at that track, and especially you SRA guys. That should be a fun race next weekend.
Well, Ronnie Norman has about a 13-second lead over 5th place Marcus Richardson, because he has not been to pit road yet. Like you said, that front four have not been to pit road. I kind of look for them to come to pit road here in the next couple of laps.
Yeah, me too.
Well, let's run around here real quick and we'll see where everybody's at, where they started from. Kyle Putz started 7th tonight, led a couple of laps, and currently our leader. Ronnie Norman started 9th, running in 2nd now, as we've got a couple of guys that did pit. Kane Cook and Bobby Zielinski did pit. Marcus Richardson now will go into 3rd as those guys pitted. Started 6th, led a lap, and is running in 3rd. Tyler Ducharme was our pole sitter tonight, led 10 laps, and actually the most of anybody out here. And he is currently running in 4th. Kane Cook now off the pit road with fresh tires. Started 4th, led a couple laps, running in 5th. Bobby Zielinski started 5th, running in 6th. Hasn't been to the front yet to lead a lap. Brett Poncari started 8th, running in 7th. Derek Bordeaux started 2nd. Had a little issue there first part of the race with Tyler Ducharme, led a couple laps. Oh, we got one into the wall. Who was that? Somebody just piled it into the wall there.
I'll take a look.
Austin Roberts started 15th, running in 9th.
Okay, that's weird. I went to the control one and it sent me somebody to pits.
I think it was Caden Henry, but I'm not really positive about it. Anyhow, Dean Helt started 22nd, running in 10th. Nicholas Kressel started 10th, running in 11th. Sean Williams started 18th today, running in 12th. Mark Newland, not far behind him, started 12th, running in 13th. And from there back, we've got guys on pit road. Caden Henry, Devontae Ballard, Bobby Cheney, and Josh Robin. Back up front, Marcus Richardson retakes the lead. Tyler Ducharme is now 4.9 seconds behind him in 2nd place.
Yep, and we've got Kyle Put. Wait a second. Oh, never mind. That was my bad. I was on the replay.
Well, I don't know if we could get any of these guys that are out. Delonte Ballard. Let's drag Delonte up here and find out what happened.
Yep, I got him.
Delonte Ballard, you got a copy? Maybe he's not there. Delonte, you got a copy? Nope, guess he's not there. Yeah, you got a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
What happened out there, Delonte?
The truck just wasn't feeling good, and we just decided to just go ahead and park it and save what we had and just try to scrap some points out of it and whatever we finish out.
Well, kind of disappointing. I was really hoping to see you up there battling for the lead here tonight. I kind of thought this was like your forte, these road courses.
Oh, no, this is like the worst of my forte. Short tracks are usually my best forte on running these races, but yeah, road courses I try to stay away from.
Well, we're going to Lucas Oil next week. What do you think about that? Does that kind of fall in your wheelhouse?
If that outside lane works right, I mean, then you got the guys that might try to dive bomb the bottom of the track. But other than that, that should be a decent place for me. I had decent runs there, but it's still one of those tracks that I haven't really figured out yet.
Well, I think your idea is kind of following suit with a few of these guys out here. I think the road course just wasn't, and especially Mosport. Maybe maybe they just didn't get enough practice. Maybe it didn't feel good to them tonight. Maybe the weather had a lot to play on it. Track is pretty warm tonight, so it could be a little slick. But all right, well, let's go there, Delonte, and we'll see you next week at Lucas Oil.
All right, thanks, guys.
Thank you, sir. I'm not sure what room he was in, but I just drug him in a room. I don't know what room he was in. He can move. There he goes. Okay.
I did that, actually.
Okay. Kane Cook now closing up on Kyle Putz. And look at Bobby Zielinski starting to reel in Kane Cook here. We're just a tick past halfway here, folks. Gosh, what have we been? We've only been live, what, about an hour?
No, about an hour. And the race has been going for only about 34 minutes, so.
Yeah, with qualifying and all that. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, probably. Yeah. All right, Brett Macari closing up on these guys. I'm going to get here on the right front fender of Brett, and we're going to ride along here. Let's ride along the lap as he takes it off the track a little bit. Tries to use that rumble strip to help him turn. Bobby Zielinski a little out of shape. We'll ride along with him for a minute because he is really closing up on Kane Cook here, and see if we can catch him making a move on Kane to take over that fourth position. This really does kind of throw the oval drivers for a loop when you throw a road course in the mix here with the oval drivers, ain't it?
Yeah, especially, and sometimes there's some series like NASCAR, they run multiple road courses in the season, but there was only one road course on the schedule here this season for SRA, and they didn't even have a single road course on the schedule last season. So this is just a little bit of a curveball in there for them. They're so used to racing on the ovals, and all of a sudden this thing pops up, and they're like, what?
Yeah. Well, Tyler Ducharme now is 5.8 seconds behind Marcus Richardson. So Marcus out there with a very comfortable lead, just in cruise mode. And we've been kind of keeping an eye on that damage on the front of Marcus's truck, hoping that it's not going to overheat on him or anything. Mark Newland does go a lap down. Austin Roberts on pit road, joining a bunch of the other guys that are on pit road as we speak. And looks like he is away now. Austin running a lap down, but coming out of pit road with fresh tires. Let's see what he can do with that. Like I said, some of the guys, Jeff, tried to run about halfway and then come in and make their pit stop to go the other half. Some of them kind of went a little past that halfway mark, so they would have newer tires come down to the end and maybe make some passes and pick up a couple of positions. So everybody has a different strategy coming into tonight's race.
Exactly. As we see the field getting spread out here, a lot of drivers are getting into the later stages of the race here and just debating on, if they got enough to make it or if they don't. So we'll see here as the race winds down. They're coming about 15 to go, and we'll see how this plays out.
Zielinski did get around Kane Cook and goes into fourth. Kane Cook goes back to fifth, and he's got a mirror full of Brett Macari. The snakebite truck, good and clean, and he's running well. Only 12 seconds behind the leader right now. That's not bad. All Marcus needs to do is make one big mistake or something, and these guys are going to be right up his tailpipe, I can tell you that.
Oh, we got Tyler Ducharme running off in the grass.
Yes, sir. Way out in the grass. Can't get that thing back out on the track, and there he does. But Kyle Putz will get by him clearly. He goes into second
and this
place.
also allowed Bobby to catch up to Tyler as well, because here comes Bobby Zielinski.
Yep. All right, Ronnie Norman back in 7th. We haven't talked much about Ronnie today. And Derek Bordeaux making his charge back to the front, still in 8th. Hasn't been able to get any closer since the beginning of the race. He did lead a couple of laps, and that's as far as he went. Him and Tyler Ducharme got together, and he went backwards pretty quick after that. Looks like Nicholas Kressel will be the next one to go a lap down. He's about 10 seconds ahead of the leader right now. See if we can catch Marcus Richardson. Going to be closing up on him here pretty quick. Marcus, like I said, just out there in cruise mode right now.
Yeah, he's next truck to him is 8.5 seconds behind, and that's Kyle Putz. So Marcus Richardson's just, I think he's got cruise control on, listening to some music, looking at a tablet or something. I don't know.
Yep, feet up on the dash, and he's just cruising.
Yeah, he's out for a Sunday drive.
Well, it is Sunday.
Yep.
Trying to keep an eye on Derek Bordeaux as he's trying to close in on Ronnie Norman. That's a good battle mounting, and Bobby Zielinski still trying to stay ahead of Kane Cook. Kane's not far behind him now. Zielinski did get by him, but and here comes Bobby Zielinski trying to get around Tyler Ducharme. Oh, Zielinski out of shape. Drove it into the turn just a bit too hard right there. That cost him a couple of positions.
Yeah, sadly it did, but I think I can tell a lot of these drivers here, they're knowing that Marcus Richardson's pulling farther and farther away, and they know they've only got a few drivers around them that they're racing position for, and they know the laps are winding down quick, so I think they're just going a little quicker than they normally do on the ovals, and trying to race the guys and get some position out of this and finish good tonight.
Yeah, just trying to get as many points as they can, possibly. Dean Helt back out on the track in the Pepsi truck. Looks like he is struggling. Could be some front end damage on that truck that's really making him struggle. He is in 13th place, the last one on the track. There's Caden Henry, Delonte Ballard, Bobby Cheney, Josh Robin are still on pit road. David Shutt, Bobby Maiden, and Aaron Cummings all out of the race. Marcus Richardson now got a 7.2 second lead on second place, Kyle Putz. Tyler Ducharme in third has got a mirror full of Kane Cook. Wow, was he ever wheel hopping there?
Yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah, Tyler
Sometimes
Ducharme.
sometimes you can just hit those rumble strips in the wrong spot, and they'll upset your car horribly.
Bobby Zielinski still closing up on Kane Cook, trying to make that ground up he lost there. It's slipping out into the grass.
Looks like we got another driver taking his truck behind the wall, and that is the Ford truck of Derek Bordeaux taking his truck behind the wall this evening.
Oh no!
Yeah. Yeah, and he was running in ninth place on the lead lap too.
Well, we're trying to get a look here from Kyle Putz up to the leader, Marcus Richardson. He is out there 6.5 seconds, and Kyle is trying to close that gap up the best that he can here with 12 to go. I think I just caught a glimpse there of Marcus Richardson just ahead of Kyle Putz. Nope, sorry, that's a lap down truck. I apologize. That is Caden Henry back out there on the track. Caden Henry is between Marcus Richardson and Kyle Putz. And boy, since Kyle Putz got around Tyler Ducharme, he had pulled away. Oh, what is going on? Something happened to Caden Henry's truck again.
Yeah, he's off in the grass.
Wow. Got it going again, but let's see if we can find out what happened here. It's like almost like something broke. He's having some major issues here. I don't know what it is. Something's going on with that. Whether he's having steering issues or some other issue, I don't know.
Yeah, look like that truck just turned right on him and said, "I'm going in the wall."
Yeah, that was pretty crazy. So the GTA 5 truck running back here in 14th place. There is enough laps. He can pick up another position from Derek Bordeaux. And Dean Helt's looking at that with a smile on his face too, because he can get by Derek as well. Kyle Putz closes the gap down to 6.1 seconds on Marcus Richardson.
Yeah, just a few laps ago, back around, I think it was 25, 24 complete, Marcus Richardson had almost an 8.5 second lead over Kyle Putz, and now it's down to just 6.3, so that's remarkable that Kyle's he's getting a little faster, I believe, and we'll see if the last 10 laps to go if he can catch Marcus.
Well, Kane Cook and Tyler Ducharme still battling up here, coming up through the hairpin, and boy, I'm going to tell you what, Zielinski almost made a bold move there, going out into the grass to try to make that pass on Tyler Ducharme. I believe Zielinski may have a little bit faster truck than Tyler right now. Tyler's got a lot of damage on his, but getting by Tyler could be a job.
Very well could be, and we see that he's racing with Kane Cook here too, so I think Tyler's trying to do both, as looking out the windshield and mirror driving, just to hold off the guy behind him and try to get around the guy in front. So this is some good racing back here in this pack with these guys.
Well, Kane Cook did get by Tyler, and boy, Tyler is really struggling with a loose truck right now, but boy, he does not want to give up that position at all. If he comes to pit road,
no, not at all.
Oh man, he's going to be way back. Well, he'll probably be a lap down if he comes to pit road. So you don't want to do that.
No, not at all. We can also see that Brett Pancari is racing with Bobby Zielinski right here too. So a pretty good race going on back here with these guys.
Yes, sir. Mark Newland is right behind them, but he is a lap down in 9th place. So, but his truck looks good and clean, and he's running pretty well. He just somehow got a lap down. I'm not sure if he didn't like that first set of tires he had or what, but that's what really helped him fall backward. And once he fell backwards, it's so hard to recuperate from on a road course once you get behind.
Oh yeah, exactly, because it's so long and it takes so much to get around the track. It'll just hurt you very easily. Then it would hurt you more than if you was on an oval. If you get damage here, have to sit on pit road.
Yes, sir. And Ronnie Norman trying to make up some ground here. He's working at it.
We got a truck off in the grass up here. It looks like Josh Robin there in the last couple corners.
Josh Robin?
Yeah, that's the truck it looked like there in the last couple corners there, coming to the last corner.
Sure it wasn't Dean Helt?
Might have been. Looked like a red and white truck to me.
Yeah.
I've been seeing things.
The Pepsi truck here. I'm gonna go back and look at it. I'm not sure, but he might be out of gas or something here.
Could be. He's coming around at a snail's pace here, really slow.
Yeah,
I don't know what's going on with his truck.
I don't know what happened. I think he's out of gas.
He might be.
Well, the leaders
Oh,
all go
tough
by.
luck. Yeah.
Oh, man.
Man, he's going up a hill, too, if that's the case. Oh, no.
He's done. He's going to have to tow to pit road. He's back
Yeah,
in
he
13th, about 6 laps down.
Man, tough break for Dean. Running out of gas.
I see a little smoke coming off of Marcus Richardson's truck every now and then. So, boy, I'll tell you, he's not just laying down. Now, racing it up there with, I believe that was Nicholas Caressel. Nicholas did not want to go lap down, but racing it up with him actually let Kyle Putz close that gap. He's only 4.8 seconds now.
Exactly. Nicholas Caressel was on the lead lap there for Marcus Guidance, so there was 8 trucks on the lead lap, but now since Marcus Richardson did pass Nicholas Caressel and put him a lap down, there's only 7 trucks left on the lead lap now.
Yeah, Ronnie Norman is the last one on. Oh man, Kyle Putz looks like he may be struggling with that truck right now.
He does.
Yeah, he's going to have to stay focused. These guys are out. These tires are shot on these trucks right now, but you can't afford to give up that lead. You can't afford to give up any track position out here at all right now because you're going to be a lap down.
Yeah, and we can see that Kyle Putz is closing the gap on Marcus Richardson because Kyle Putz now is catching Nicholas Caressel.
Yeah, Nicholas is, in 8th place, a lap down. So, yeah, he's closed up on Nicholas pretty good here.
Looks like Dean Helt will take his truck behind the wall this evening.
Tyler Ducharme continues to fall backwards. Now it's going to be, the battle's going to be between him and Brett Pancari. And Brett, we're gonna tune in here with Brett for a minute and see if he's going to give Tyler the old chrome horn here to get by. Now Brett does not drive like that. Brett's a good, clean driver. Tyler's holding his own for right now. You know, he knows his tires are shot, and Brett's right there with a pretty clean truck. Tyler's got a lot of damage on his truck. Whether he can hold Brett off for another 7 laps, I don't know, man. Eventually, if Brett's patient enough, he should be able to get by Tyler.
Yep, coming to 5 laps to go here tonight, and so far tonight, only 5 out of the 20 drivers have taken their trucks behind the wall. And those were Aaron Cummings, Bobby Maiden, David Shutt, Derek Bordeaux, and Dean Helt.
Well, I'll tell you, we almost had a moment there. Brett took it into that hairpin, and Tyler slipped a little bit, kind of went wide. And Brett thought about diving it into the bottom, but he thought better of it and thought, no, that just wasn't a good place to take that advantage on Tyler. So, man, good safe racing by Brett Pancari tonight. Bobby Zielinski closing up on those two, making it a 3-way battle. Kyle Putz even closing closer to Marcus Richardson now. And there is enough laps if he can close up a little bit more. He may be up there battling it up with Marcus Richardson before this is over, Jeff.
Yeah, very well could be. He's gaining on him quick.
You know, he's got nobody racing him right now, you know, neither does Marcus. You know, they've just got to be smooth right now to come in 1-2. And Marcus has got to be watching what's going on behind him right now. He knows Kyle is being smooth as he is, and has closed that gap up from, like you said, around 8 seconds back. And now he's only 3.8 seconds back.
Yeah, that's a big interval move there on that. But I think Marcus Richardson right now, he knows that Kyle's catching him, so I think he's went into mirror drive mode, and he's just watching that mirror now while he's going on the track because he knows that he ain't racing anybody for position. But I think he'll check back every now and then to see if there's lap down traffic in front of him. But I say most of the time he's mirror driving to make sure he keeps Kyle Putz behind him.
This is not the kind of track you want to be doing any mirror driving on, I'll tell you that.
No, it's not. But I believe he's checking that mirror as much as he can.
Let's ride along with Kyle here for a minute so everybody can kind of get an idea of the elevation changes that these drivers have to experience. Elevation and turns. Let's ride along with Kyle here for a minute. You can tell, boy, Kyle's tires are gone. Trying to hang on for 4 more laps as they come to the line here to take 4 to go. And Kyle's just driving the heck out of that thing, wheeling it in every turn. You can see the elevation changes, folks, uphill, downhill, around the turns. So this just kind of gives you an idea of what these drivers have to go through for every lap that they're out here turning. 40 laps, and again this week Marcus Richardson will clinch the title for the most laps led with 18 as he crosses the line. Nobody can beat that. The closest one was Tyler Ducharme, but he's only led 10, and even if he led the rest of them, that'd only be 14. So Marcus will clinch that most laps led again. Brett Pancari still up here. Brett gets around Bobby Zielinski, goes into 5th.
Yeah, and now he's racing, looking to pass Tyler Ducharme.
I hate to say this, but Bobby Zielinski got snake bit there. And Tyler Ducharme's going to be careful here because he's about to get snake bit by Brett Pancari too.
Oh, I believe he is.
Little bump there.
Oh.
Tyler's doing everything he can to stay ahead of them two, and he knows that they're chasing him down.
Yeah. I think the snake tried to snap at him there a little bit, but close but no cigar.
Brett must have started back there off that hairpin in the wrong gear or something because he fell back off of it. And here comes Bobby Zielinski to get back by Brett Pancari.
Man, what a power charge move that was by Bobby on the inside there, passing Brett, and he got by him.
Well, like I said, I think Brett come off of there he was in the wrong gear. I think he meant to go down to first gear, and he was only in second, and there wasn't enough time to downshift into first and try to keep that power up. So,
yeah. Oh, we got a truck off in the grass right there. Was that Josh Robin?
Yes, it was. He is back out there on the track. Wow. A lot of damage on that car, on that truck, though, but I got to give him credit, man. He's back out there trying to turn some laps. You know, he wants to race and have some fun with his friends. Hey, well, we got 3 laps to go, and Kyle Putz is now 2.5 seconds behind Marcus Richardson. This is the race.
He's closing in.
This is the race for the win right here, folks. And well, I don't know. I just don't know which one I'd pick right now. I'd have to pick Marcus, of course, because he's in the lead. But as much as Kyle Putz has closed that gap, I don't know.
Yeah, me either. It's too close to call right now.
Yeah, they're coming to 2 to go.
I wonder if Marcus Richardson's starting to hear the Jaws music.
Well, Kyle could be going, here, kitty, kitty, here, kitty, kitty. I don't know. Well, he's fallen back just a little bit now, so I think Marcus is, he sees Kyle coming. And Marcus, whatever he had saved up, there's no more saving it now because he's got 5 miles to go to hold Kyle
I think
back.
Marcus has hit that afterburner switch and he's taken off.
Yes, sir. All right, so Kyle puts in second, Kane Cook third, Bobby Zielinski fourth, Ronnie Norman got around Brett Pancari, goes into fifth, Brett back to sixth, Tyler Ducharme way off of the pace, looks like he has just drove all he can do with that truck. He's off in the grass one more time. Nicholas Kressel, the first one a lap down in 8th, Austin Roberts 9th, Sean Williams 10th, Mark Newland 11th, And the only one left out there is Josh Robin, and he's back in 19th, and he just spun it around again right in front of Austin Roberts.
Oh, no.
And Marcus Richardson coming by this time to take 1 to go, folks.
Yep, the white flag is out here at Mosport, so only 1 lap to go for the SRA Auto Targets Truck Series.
2.5 miles, a bunch of turns, a bunch of hills, and Marcus has definitely put on a show here tonight. He will lead 22 laps at the end of this if he wins. He could still make a mistake, Jeff. We've seen it. You know, you make that mistake, boy, and it can come back to bite you for sure. Kyle Putz is right there, ready to attack. Whoop, I went to the wrong guy. How did I go to him? Kyle Putz is starting to put the hammer down now. 2.2 seconds he closes it up to. Just a few turns left, 2.1 seconds.
It's looking pretty sketchy, but I don't believe he has enough.
Nope, not enough time, I don't think, because he is really extremely loose. He is hitting them gears as hard as he can.
Yeah, he just doesn't have enough. Marcus Richardson's just hit that afterburner, and he's gone.
Just a couple more turns left for Marcus Richardson, and he's got the victory here tonight at Canadian Tire Motorsports Park. Folks, you can't hardly beat a man at his own game right here, Marcus Richardson, I'm telling you. What a dominating performance as he comes out of the last turn and across the finish line first. Congratulations to Marcus Richardson. Wow, what a race, huh?
Yes.
Holy smokes, Kane Cook will finish 3rd. Bobby Zielinski 4th, Ronnie Norman 5th. We'll run down through the results at the end of it. So, well, I guess we might as well start with Marcus Richardson. Marcus Richardson, you got a copy?
Yeah.
Well, you were patient there at the beginning, Marcus. We were watching you, and after that that round of pit stops and everything, and you had a few guys up in front of you that hadn't pitted yet. You did get a little damage on your truck. How did you get that damage on there?
One time I hit a curb really hard, and the second time I ran over Kane. He was braking a little earlier than I was, and I just ran him over, so that was my fault.
Well, I'll tell you what, another dominating performance by you, Marcus, leading 22 laps. And I'll tell you what, man, that was an absolutely amazing race. But you were patient at the beginning there and let them guys race, and you hung around right behind Tyler Ducharme for the longest time. And I did not see the pass on him. Did Tyler slip, or did he pit, or what happened there?
I'd rather not say over the stream what happened.
Okay,
but,
all right, we'll just let it
it
go.
Wasn't. It wasn't something that you should see. I'll say that.
All right, we'll leave it at that. Well, it was a good race anyhow. A lot of really close racing out there. A lot of passing going on at the end. How much were you watching that guy right behind you, Kyle Putz?
I was watching a lot. I mean, on 4 tires, I felt like I was the best truck. I was just kind of trying not to burn my stuff up. I felt like I was a little better than Tyler. I don't know if I was better than Dar. I felt like I was a little better than Tyler. But on the stop, I knew Tyler came out. Feel like he came out of pit road pretty quick, and so I decided to take 2 tires, and that was terrible. Like, it was just super, super tight, and I figured someone would eventually catch me, and then I looked up and all my relatives and saw Kyle gaining on me, so I had to put some good laps together, and luckily held him off when the pace evened out a little bit.
Well, very good job. I got to say, man, that was one heck of a job. Well, anybody you want to thank tonight, Marcus, before you go celebrate?
Thank you for broadcasting. Thank everybody at Auto Targets for sponsoring the series, and they looks like they got their guns back in stock, so you should go check them out on their website. And thank everybody at SRA for showing up. It was our first road course race here, so that was fun. And, not the best road racer, so it's nice to come out on top every once in a while. And shout out to Putz for keeping me honest there at the end. I didn't know if I was going to be able to hold him off. It was really bad.
and that's it.
Well, I hate to say it, but he was struggling just as much as you were, believe me. So, all right, well, congrats, Marcus. Go celebrate with your buddies there, and we will see you next week at Lucas Oil.
All right, thanks. See you.
All right, Jeff.
Kyle Putz, you got a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
Hey, man, tell us about your run out there tonight. We saw you there in the after part of the race up there, battling it out, trying to catch Marcus Richardson. You started 7th tonight, and you got 2nd. Do you think you had anything there for him at the end if there's a couple more laps to go?
Man, I don't know. I really hate to play the what if game because kind of disappointed in 2nd for 2nd week in a row. But no, it was definitely an interesting race to say the least. I bought this track on Friday and turned a couple laps, and just after a hard day's work today, just jumped on and hope for the best. And I guess the best we could do was 2nd. I'm kind of disappointed that I wasn't able to catch him down. He always seems like he's one step ahead of us, and there's just so much work every lap, just making sure that, especially in turn 2, I was just so afraid from practicing. I went off in the tires about 12 times before I was able to make a lap, and I was glad I didn't get it into anybody or got into any tires or anything like that, but just I wish I would have came in first for this week.
Yeah, since you just got the track a couple weeks ago, you said you got some practice in. How did you feel about going into the nice race in the practice session? Did you feel, how's your road course view on this?
Well, I mean, I was definitely a little wishy-washy, kind of wishing that we were back. We were racing it all tonight, but it was just good. I feel like it was a good advantage for me to come in here, at least knowing the track and where to brake, and just have a little bit experience over a lot of the other guys in here that just bought it a couple hours ago and jumped on in here. So I feel like the practice was definitely a lot of key. I normally don't do too much practice for these races before I get in here because of time, but I'm definitely glad I was able to sit down for an hour and a half and figure out this track just enough to give me just a little bit of an edge where we were able to come home 2nd.
Cool. Well, we've seen a lot of trucks out there tonight. Looked like they were having a lot of trouble turning in some of the corners, especially that very first corner there coming off the front straightaway. I've seen a lot of trucks there tonight getting loose. Tell us how you feel about that overall experience, and do you feel the track was eating up the tires?
Yeah, turn 1, that was definitely one of the key corners that I was trying to figure out in the race. It seems like there was a lot of guys that just wanted to stay to the outside of the rumble strips going through there, but I found a nice little line, and like there's a seam down there that I found where I could get the truck to go right over the rumble strips, and the truck would turn really nicely. So it'd get me in and out of there as straight as can be. But as for it tearing up tires, I mean, we're running stock truck on a road course for a vehicle that's not meant to turn right. So definitely it was hard on the tires. It was a lot of horsepower to keep the tires in line. I know there was the first part of the race out of that double right-hander. I know I was coming out of there in 2nd gear because I was trying to save my tires, but the risk versus reward and the time gained from getting out of there in 1st gear and burning up a little tire was a little more. So it was all basically just about hitting your marks and trying to keep the tires on the best that you can, but still it seemed like you had to burn them up to be fast. Over the long run, it was a little better to have burnt up tires and a little bit fresher.
Exactly. We know that you guys have been running ovals for quite some time now. I don't remember if you guys had a road course race last season or not, and kind of do you feel that was kind of throwing a curveball into this, and how do you feel about going into Lucas Oil next week?
Oh, it definitely threw a curveball in the entire season. That most of us over here, we don't know how to turn right, or when we do, we always end up in the tire barrier or anything. So it was interesting. It was a nice little change up that they threw at us to throw us on a road course. I mean, they do it in real life, so why can't we, right? So I feel like we'll be able to take our momentum going forward. Hopefully, go into Lucas Oil next week, knock Marcus off top, hopefully, and keep our truck clean there, because I know that one's going to be a smash 'em up fest like Iowa was.
Do you say that short tracks are more your forte, or bigger tracks?
I personally like bigger tracks where I know I can save my tire and run my run my own pace and be able to actually find different grooves. It seems like IRP especially is one lane against the wall, and it's basically all you can get on a restart, and you're stuck there no matter what. So we're going to try our best. I'm probably going to be putting in another couple hours of practice just to figure it out and get a line down, and we'll do our best next Sunday.
All right, well, we'll most definitely be keeping an eye on you next Sunday as well, Lucas Oil. Congratulations on your second place finish tonight. Got anybody like to thank?
Yeah, big thanks to everybody at Sim Racing 30 for these things on. Always fun to be racing. Big thank you to you guys for broadcasting. You guys do a great job. I love going back and watching the races at school during the week. Give me something to do. Big shout out to Caressel and Delonte and Kane and Zielinski for hanging out TeamSpeak. That was a lot of fun, especially listening to all the carnage. I know a couple of other guys didn't have have too good a race, but it was very entertaining. Big shout out to Auto Targets for being on the series. Really cool to have them on board. Like Marcus said, I believe everything's all stocked up, so go check them out. Go make your purchases and get yourself a nice new little toy there. And yeah, thanks to everybody for racing. It was a lot of fun. Congrats to Marcus on the win, and we'll see you guys next week.
Yep. All right, buddy. Well, congratulations there on your podium finish tonight, and we'll see you next Sunday. Rudy, you got third.
Hancock, you got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Well, it didn't look like you had the winning truck tonight, but I'll tell you what, you were in one heck of a battle back there with Bobby Zielinski, Ronnie Norman, Brett Pancari, Tyler Ducharme. That was one heck of a fun battle. How did you keep that truck so clean tonight?
Well, I went in here and much like Kyle said, I'd never done a race here before. The most I'd ever done in anything was like maybe 3 laps, just mulling around, never even won the corners. And so I really was just in protect mode the whole race. I wasn't trying to push it or anything, except for when I got around Tyler eventually. But basically just protect mode the whole race.
Well, I can see where, that would be. I mean, you kept it on the track. I didn't see you get off the track. I don't know if you had any off-track incidents, but you did a fabulous job. I know you were doing mirror driving there watching Zielinski because he got around Ronnie Norman and Brett Pancari, and he was on the move, but it just looked like he didn't have enough to get up there and pass you. So you had to be keeping an eye on him.
Yeah, the big thing at the end of the race was I know Tyler was very, very hard to pass here, and so when I made that aggressive double move to get by him, I figured he was like my best friend, and he would probably stack the other guys up, and by the time they got around him, I was probably 5-6 seconds ahead of him, so at that point I just kind of coasted.
Well, I'll tell you what, great job by you, and put yourself just in the right position there to grab third tonight. Podium finish for you. And what did you think of Canadian Tire Motorsports Park tonight?
Well, I thought it was a whole heck of a lot of fun to drive, but I don't know about maybe the quality of racing because of passing zones and the fact that like nobody here really knew the track, so I feel everybody's just trying to keep it on instead of putting on a show.
Well,
but overall, it was a fun race.
Somebody in chat said that all the trucks out here looked like they were in a Martinsville race or a Bristol race, but it didn't look like that for you, man. It looked like you were out there having fun. It seemed like you were hooked up pretty good. How was the tire fall off coming down to the end of this?
It was pretty brutal. Early on in the run, when the tires were fresh, it was really easy to light up the rears and get loose, but as the run went on, it was just hard to keep it on the track because if you get tight, you run off in the grass, and that's how you get in the tires, and the truck would just get so tight. The fronts were way worse for me personally than the rears, so it just made braking zones extremely dangerous, especially over the turn 2 hills.
Well, like Jeff said, they kind of threw a curveball in here on throwing a road course in on you oval guys. How much did that bother you, or did you kind of like it?
I like it. I'd prefer to be on a 1.5 miles every week because that's my strength. But yeah, I like road courses, and I'd like to become a better road course driver. So I feel like this is great practice, and we got some really talented guys in here. So it's a good warm-up session for like any potential roadside of iRacing.
Well, what do you think about going to Lucas Oil next week? That kind of in your wheelhouse?
I don't think I've ever really ran at Lucas Oil, so that'll be another first-time experience for me. But I know it's a top-line dominated track, so I can't imagine it'll be too much different than what we saw at Iowa, and hopefully I can do a better job of keeping my truck clean than I did at Iowa, because that thing was trashed.
Yeah, very good. All right, well, before we get out of here, you want to give a shout out to anybody or thank anybody?
Oh yeah, just the same group that Kyle did. We're all hanging out in TeamSpeak and talking, and it made the whole experience a lot more fun, a lot less nerve-wracking, trying to hit marks and such. So, and also everybody that puts on the league and you guys for broadcasting. It's a really fun deal. Oh yeah, and Hertz for having great paint schemes in real life for me to mirror on iRacing. Oh yeah, auto targets. I forgot those. Yeah, and auto targets. Hopefully, I don't get a 1 week suspension for this. I'm just playing.
I know. Okay, well, congrats on third place, Kane, and we'll see you next week at Lucas Oil.
All right, thanks, guys.
All right, let's run down through the results here, Jeff. Marcus Richardson comes home the winner here tonight. Kyle puts in second place. Kane Cook finishing third. Bobby Zielinski with a great race there coming in fourth. Ronnie Norman, top 5 finish for Ronnie this week, just barely beating out Brett Pancari. Tyler Ducharme, after starting on the pole this week, which was that was a really exciting finish or start of the race there with him taking the pole. He'll finish back in 7th. Nicholas Caressel 8th, Austin Roberts 9th, and Sean Williams 10th. Yeah.
Yep, and then finishing 11th tonight was Mark Newland. Finishing 12th was Derek Bordeaux. Finishing 13th was Dean Helt. Finishing 14th was Caden Henry. Finishing 15th was Alonzo Ballard. Finishing 16th was Bobby Cheney. Finishing 17th was Josh Robin. Finishing 18th was Bobby Maiden. 19th was David Shutt. And running out the field in 20th was Aaron Cummings.
All right. Well, again, congratulations to Marcus Richardson here for Canadian Tire Motorsports at SRA. And thanks to the sponsor, Auto Targets. Folks, thanks for tuning in. We appreciate that very much, and these guys do too. So till next time, stay safe and have a good night.
Shooter ready?
5 years ago, Chip and I were on our way back from a shooting event, and we were talking about how bench rest shooting at paper just really wasn't cutting it for us anymore.
We spent some time building some remote-controlled steel target systems, and we had a lot of fun shooting at them. But then we had some issues with ricochets, and we thought we could really do more and take it to the next level.
We developed a ricochet-free, bullet-sensing target material that, with the help of some electronics, is capable of converting a bullet impact into a digital electrical signal.
Once it's digital, the possibilities are truly limitless. To start with, we've built an Android app that can show your hits in real time, score and time your shots, provide auditory feedback, and a whole lot more.
For our first product offering, we're releasing a lifting system that we call the Auto Targets Lift Unit. Now, combine this with the app, and you're able to put targets up and down in the field with the press of a single button. You can also use the app to create complex courses of fire by setting up different target presentation sequences.
Our bullet sensing targets are self-supporting and have up to 4 zones. That means the app knows whether you hit it in the body, in the head, or in the center mass area. You can set hit requirements for the targets to fall based on these zones too. For example, you can do a failure to stop drill. For this drill, it requires 2 shots to the body and 1 headshot.
Our targets last around 500 rounds depending on caliber and shot placement. They can last up to 1,000 rounds if you're using smaller calibers like .22 long rifle, for example. It's important to us that Auto Targets is easy to use and affordable for as many shooters as possible. You don't need a large upfront investment, and you don't need to be a shooting range to get started with Auto Targets. You can do a lot with a single target system. Anything from backyard air rifle shooting to competitive pistol training with draw, malfunction, and reload drills.
The lift units will create their own wireless network, so you just turn them on and they're ready to go. Each lift unit will act as a repeater for the others. The great thing about this is that your smartphone or tablet only has to be within range of one lift unit to be able to connect them all. Depending on conditions, lift units can be up to 250 yards apart. This allows you to string out targets to 100, 250, 500, 750 yards, and even further.
When you buy auto targets, you're not just buying the hardware. We have tons of features that we're planning on releasing over the lifetime of the product.
Some of the coolest features are competition-type scoring, new target designs, multiplayer games like our version of a shooting tree, sharing your score data, and lots of course of fire options. Software updates install with a single button from the app, so you can get the latest features in no time.
Auto Targets is not a one-off product. It's a full digital shooting platform that's backed by a team that's as passionate about shooting as our customers are.